Carolina.
I'm Andrew.
Today we're going to show you how to process a deer as far as prepping it for meals. Like we're going to do some roast, some cube, and some ground meat today.
And we've already did the butchering part. This is all just the processing part, so you're not going to see anything scary or what you want to see at your local butcher or grocery store.
Also, we're not professionals. You know, my husband's been growing up doing this. This is my second year that I've done this on. So if you have any tips or tricks, please comment them below because we're always willing to learn.
Thank you.
Yes.
Today we're processing our son's deer. We have a meat grinder, vacuum sealer. This is our grind meat. We're going to start cutting steaks. Right now I'm working getting the heart cleaned up. It's one of the most tender.
Last night we got it washed up.
Sometimes we'll do steaks of it, but deer heart steaks are kind of an acquired taste. Some people fry them. You can do them a lot of different ways, but we did the other deer that way. This one we're just going to add it because we use a lot more ground meat than we do anything else.
Alright, so right now he's going to cut it up. When he's done, I'm going to rinse the meat off. We're going to clean it over here. And then after I get it cleaned up, we're gonna vacuum seal some bags so we can get them frozen. So I'm just gonna wait for my part.
So we got the heart all cut up to grind. Now we're gonna work on everybody's favorite part, the back straps. Cut these into steaks, put them in packs of maybe 6 or 8, and we season them. There's many different recipes you can look up. If you're interested in recipes, let us know in the comments and we will share some.
So right now you're just getting the fat off, or?
It's called silver skin. Just getting some of that cut.
And then we like to use these scissors. They are much easier to use than knives, we found out. Do you prefer the knife or scissors?
They both have their purpose. It just some things help. We try to keep as much meat as possible. We're not professionals by any means, so we do miss a little bit here and there.
And these are food grade scissors. I can put the link below on where you can get them on Amazon. All right, so my husband went ahead and cut this meat for me. These are steaks right here. So there might be hair or debris on them, so I'm gonna go ahead and rinse them off. And then when I rinse them off, I'm gonna transfer them into this big pan right here. After they're rinsed off, you can go ahead and pat them dry. That way when you when you vacuum seal them, it doesn't have a lot of water that's gonna be frozen in there. Alright, so I got these pieces of steak rinsed off. I'm gonna go ahead and pat them dry. Flip them over and go ahead and pat the other side dry. Doesn't have to be perfect, you're just trying to get a majority of the water off. I'm gonna go ahead and soak up the water over here. As you can see, my husband did a good job cutting them. Not a lot of fat on them. Okay, last one. So now we're gonna go ahead and head over to the vacuum seal. All right, so we got the Potane Food Saver vacuum seal machine. And then on top of it, you're gonna see that it has a vacuum and seal and a cancel button. It also has a seal only and a vacuum only. It says dry, moist, delicate, soft food. For the deer, we're gonna go ahead and use the moist button. And then we got these, where did we get these on Amazon? The bags? We purchased these on Amazon. They're 2 different sizes. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to prep one of these bags before you vacuum seal. For the sticks, we're gonna go ahead and use the bigger one. So the machine came with this little cutter. It's got a little piece right here. You're gonna insert the plastic between this part right here, and then you're gonna go ahead and do this. Go ahead and glide it across, and then it cuts it. There you go. So what we're gonna wanna do right now is seal the end, because right now both ends are opened, see? We're gonna go ahead and seal this end first. And remember, I'm gonna put it on moist. I'm gonna go ahead and pop it open on the sides. There's 2 buttons on each side. Okay, they're already open. So right now, it's got a little chamber right here. This little area, this is where it's gonna get sealed. Right here is where I think the vacuum itself sucks it in. So you wanna make sure this end is inside of this chamber. So I'm not gonna put it way up here. I'm gonna put it like in between this area right here. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this down. Gotta push it down and go ahead and seal only. Right now we're gonna let it do its magic, and right now it's just gonna seal the one end. When the light goes off, that's when it's done. So let's go ahead and pop it open on each side. Lift it up. As you can see, it's already sealed this end. So let me try to open it. You can't open it because it's sealed. So what you're gonna do next is, this side is open, you're gonna insert the meat on this side. You're gonna close it like that and then do the same thing, except this time you're gonna press the vacuum and seal button. What that's gonna do, it's gonna vacuum out all the air, and it's gonna go ahead and seal it once it's vacuumed out. And then you're gonna pop it open and it'll be done. And do a couple of these bags, just sealing off the one end. That way I can go ahead and try to do everything at once. Got all my bags sealed on one side. I'm gonna go ahead and start filling them with meat, and then after I'm done with that, I will show you how to go ahead and vacuum and seal the other end. See, I already went ahead and filled up 3 bags. I have about 8 steaks in each. We got a family of 4, so that gives us 2 steaks each on each meal, so this should be enough for 3 meals. So I'm gonna go ahead and, again, since it's a moist item, we're gonna go ahead and press the moist button, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to use the seal. All right, you wanna wash your hands as much as you can, that way you're not cross-contaminating everything. You're gonna go ahead and put it into this chamber right here, about halfway in between, because this is where it's gonna get suctioned out. And then right here is where it's gonna seal. So let's go ahead and close this. And if you want to, you can go ahead and try to flatten out the meat. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop these down. I'm gonna press the vacuum and seal. So what it's gonna do is vacuum it out and then seal it right after. As you can see, all the moisture is getting sucked out, so that's why you want to pat it dry. Again, I didn't do the best job at it, but you know, I got majority of the water. So you're gonna wait for these lights to turn off, and when those turn off, you can go ahead and pop it open. Okay, let's go ahead and pop out the meat. Oh, that's never happened before. But see, that's why you want to pat it dry. Maybe I need to cut it a little bigger next time. But see how some of the juice came out? That did not happen last time. So that's why you want to sanitize your machine after, because you are going to get a little blood here and there. Let's go ahead and do the rest. Here's my meat packs. I'm gonna go ahead and dry off the extra, let's just call it moisture, that leaked. So this had vacuumed out before the bag actually sealed, so that's why. It's not that the seal didn't work, it's just it vacuumed it first and then sealed it, so.
So we just got the steak, all the steaks done, and right now we're just cleaning up. These are what we call like a roast to throw in the crock pot. We do some cubed and some whole. Obviously this one needs cleaned up, but that makes for a really nice crock pot roast. You can throw it in with potatoes and carrots and whatnot, but we really like to do that a lot.
So he's got a little station going on over here. So right now he's putting the fats, stuff we're not going to use right here. What are we doing with this one?
This is a bowl for, because we have everything out in a nice ice cooler to keep everything fresh. Well, it takes a while to do a whole deer. And then these are our excess trimmings, and we're gonna fill this up as high as we can get it and use that for ground meat. We'll show you that later.
All right, and there's my little son right there, watching and learning. I went ahead and did a couple more bags. I did cut them longer, so we're gonna see if that makes a difference. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this open, and we're gonna see if that helps with the moisture not leaking out. We're gonna use this as a roast. I already rinsed it and dried it a little. So as you can see, the bag is a little longer this time. I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum and seal, and let's see if this makes a difference. Okay, you can see the moisture, it's already going up, so let's see if it went past the seal. Moment of truth. As you can see, it did do a little better. Some did get past the seal a little, but it's a lot better. So I'm going to go ahead and recommend you guys cut the bag a lot longer so you're not getting a lot of moisture past that seal mark. All right, I'm going to go ahead and label these with today's date. Today is the 25th of November.
So I know not everybody's a fan of our process here, but this is like the healthiest meat that you can get. We're also a Christian family and believe that, you know, God gave us permission to hunt and do what we do in the Bible. We never take more than what we need. We don't shoot little ones, and we don't just go out there and shoot anything. We're avid sportsmen, and we eat and use absolutely everything we can. So we'll even go through this little trimmings bowl here to make sure if there's anything we can cut up to throw in our grind up pot. But I've been doing this my whole life. Marlena has not. She's still getting accustomed to everything. But it's the healthiest meat you can get for your family. Are we processing TJ's deer? Huh? The next step, we're going to use our LEM meat grinder. This is our son's favorite part because he gets to help out. He has a little plunger there to protect his fingers, and I'm going to feed it in there and we'll get it going.
Flatten it out a little, and then I'm going to go ahead and seal it, and then I'll show you what I like to do after. Alright, for the ground meat, what you want to do is lay it flat, and you're going to want to kind of squish it out.
Makes it easier for storage.
Makes it easier for storage. Also, when you go ahead and thaw it out, it's going to thaw out a lot quicker. You can see it's flattened, so again, this saves on space in your freezer if you don't have a lot of space. And so you can see, I'm going to go ahead and label it ground meat and today's date. And I'm also going to label that my son got it. That way when we make it, we know it's his. So
he gets super proud when he feeds the family.
Yes. There we go. Ready to pop in the freezer.